Hey guys, we're going to be going over homocystinuria. Here's a reaction that homocysteine is involved in. Depending on the enzyme and vitamin cofactors, homocysteine can be converted to methionine or cystathionine. Homocystinuria literally means an excess of homocysteine in the urine. This is a disease that exhibits locus heterogeneity. Do you remember what locus heterogeneity is? It is when the same phenotype can be caused by several different mutations at different loci. Homocystinuria has 4 different causes. First, a cystathionine synthase enzyme deficiency can cause homocystinuria. Next, a decreased affinity of cystathionine synthase for pyridoxyphosphate, which is an active form of vitamin B6, can also cause it, and both of these two would prevent the formation of cystathionine. A homocysteine methyltransferase deficiency could also cause homocystinuria, and this would prevent the formation of methionine. Lastly, a methyl N-tetrahydrofolate reductase, or MTHFR deficiency, could also cause homocystinuria. If you recall, in order for homocysteine to be converted to methionine, tetrahydrofolate, or THF, needs to first be converted to methyl tetrahydrofolate, so this reaction needs to occur first. The enzyme MTHFR is a rate-limiting step in this conversion, and this irreversibly converts THF to methyl THF, allowing for the formation of methionine from homocysteine. Treatment depends on the cause. Cysteine is made from cystathionine, which is in turn made from homocysteine with the help of cystathionine synthase and vitamin B6. Therefore, a cystathionine synthase deficiency would lead to decreased cysteine and increased methionine, since the excess homocysteine will be converted to methionine. This latter step will also consume a lot of vitamin B12 and folate. Therefore, to treat cystathionine synthase deficiency, you should decrease methionine intake and increase the intake of cysteine, vitamin B12, and folate. In the case of decreased affinity of cystathionine synthase for B6, this is best treated by just increasing dietary intake of B6 and cysteine. If homocysteine methyltransferase is deficient, methionine becomes essential in the diet, meaning treatment is to increase methionine. Lastly, if MTHFR is deficient, then the treatment is to increase folate in the diet, which would allow for homocysteine to form methionine through a different folate-dependent pathway. Regardless of the etiology, how do patients with homocystinuria present? Well, all patients will have excess homocysteine, and this will result in increased homocysteine in the urine, osteoporosis, Marfanoid habitus, ocular changes, which are downward and inward lens subluxation, cardiovascular effects, which include thrombosis and atherosclerosis, potentially leading to stroke and MI, kyphosis, intellectual disability, and fair complexion. What other vascular disease can present with tall stature, subluxation of the lenses, and vascular disease? That's right, Marfan syndrome. Since these are so similar, I always had trouble differentiating them on questions. One thing that helped is that there was a speculation that Abraham Lincoln, with his tall and Marfanoid appearing body, had Marfan syndrome. This helped me because Lincoln was clearly very smart. Therefore, Marfan syndrome is not associated with intellectual disability, whereas homocystinuria is associated with intellectual disability. Since Lincoln was tall and wore a top hat, the lens of the eyes in Marfan goes up, whereas in homocystinuria it goes down. This might seem like a silly way to remember this, but the exam writers love to ask questions on both Marfans and homocystinuria, so it's a good way to keep them straight. Time for a tougher question. What are the 3 things on your differential diagnosis for a Marfanoid body habitus? 2 we just mentioned, Marfan syndrome and homocystinuria, but what about a 3rd? Can you think of any endocrine cause? Recall that multiple endocrine neoplasia 2b is associated with the M's, colchoneuromas and Marfanoid habitus. Here we see a dislocated or subluxation of the lenses, just in case you haven't seen what it looks like before. And here's a photo of kyphosis, which is an abnormally rounded upper back, not to get confused with scoliosis, which is lateral spinal curvature. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give a thumbs up.